what is a realistic target to actually lose weight? So a realistic target to safely lose weight, because anybody can, lose a drastic amount of weight and do it in an unhealthy way. Like if you chop off an arm, that's what, 10, 20 pounds, but why would you ever chop off your arm? That's ridiculous, right? Likewise, why would you ever eat 200 calories a day and do 5 hours of cardio a day? That's also ridiculous. Now, of course, some people do have eating disorders, and I recommend seeing a specialist for those more specific eating disorders, such as anorexia, bulimia, etc. But in the case of just somebody who goes a little too hard when it comes to weight loss because they're so desperate to lose a certain amount of weight by a wedding, let's talk about what's realistic to do in a safe, healthy, and sustainable, enjoyable way. So your realistic target is to lose 0.5 to 1.5% of your body weight per week, okay? This would be considered healthy weight loss, and it's very, very easy to achieve this in a sustainable and enjoyable way with foods that you like that are also filling, so you don't experience hunger, cravings, or any of the other stuff. You can even fit in some sweets and cheat meals and crunchy, salty foods. I mean, you can get plenty of salty, savory foods because, most of my recipes are. We even have some sweets recipes. So what does that translate to, right? Well, if you weigh 200 pounds, then you can realistically lose 1 to 3 pounds per week. So 0.5 times 200 is 1 pound. 1.5% times 200 is 3 pounds, okay? So 1 to 3 pounds a week. And 1 is the worst case scenario, but typically with my clients who start around 200 pounds, we're losing 2 to 3 pounds a week, even if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond, even 60s and 70s. We've had clients lose weight at a rate of 0.5 to 1.5% of their body weight per week. Now, let's say that you're 300 pounds and you're watching this right now, you could actually realistically lose anywhere from 1.5 to 4.5 pounds per week. And I've even had people in the 300s lose like 30 plus pounds in a single month. Obviously their first month, not every month 30 pounds, because then they'd lose 100 pounds in like 4 months. But David Goggins did it, right? But David Goggins is David Goggins, and he did 2 hours a day of cardio and ate a ridiculously restrictive diet. The dude's also got good genetics, but I'm not taking away from his mindset and his intensity because he had to work for it. But the dude also is genetically blessed, mashallah. But he's also willing to run on broken bones. But we can't compare ourselves to David Goggins. Mashallah, Allah has blessed him, and all praise is due to Allah for creating such an inspirational figure. He's a little vulgar, so maybe don't watch his stuff if you are trying to avoid listening to any profanity. However, he is a very motivational guy. So anyways, if you're 300 pounds, you can lose about 1.5 to 4.5 pounds a week. If you weigh 150 pounds, you can lose about 0.75 to 2.25 pounds per week. This is what I typically see with 80% of clients as the expected rate of weight loss. So that's why I say in all of my guarantees, you can lose up to 20 to 30 pounds in 90 days, because that is what 80% of people see for the typical client. But of course, sometimes we get people who weigh 120 pounds. Sometimes we get people who want to gain muscle to where they don't want to lose fat at all. Sometimes we get people who are, 300 plus pounds who can lose weight much faster than that. And sometimes we get people who fall out of that 80% distribution who either lose weight faster or who lose weight a little bit slower, especially people who have like PCOS, hypothyroidism. I actually have a guy with hypothyroidism who is losing weight at this fast of a pace, and we've had other people with both PCOS and hypothyroidism who have lost weight at the typical rate or faster, because there's always anomalies, but actually those ones are pretty common, especially with hypothyroidism, because there's a lot of things we can do that can potentially improve that. So anyways, these are the realistic rates of weight loss.